How is everybody this evening?
Doing
Fantastic.
I got to tell you, it's been a long day.
But it has.
You know, we started a Spanish service for those who don't know, and
Come on.
speaking with I don't speak,
Speak
tons
one
of
language.
Spanish. Buenos dias,
Hey, come on. That's good.
buenos nachos.
Oh, hey, all right.
Big fan.
What is? It's not nachos. What is it?
Noche.
Yeah. See, I just seen if y'all know.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está usted?
Bien y tú?
Yeah, two.
Back at you.
Anyways, I want to welcome everybody in the chat. Thanks so much for joining in and being a part of it. But I got to tell you, speaking with a translator, and I'm trying to do it, and including like Pablo, he actually shared some illustrations and did one of the points and all that kind of stuff. But that has tired me out.
I'm sure.
And I don't think it's really just the translation. It's the way we're doing the services. So we do 9:00. Used to, I would have prayer partners. Run through would be on Saturday. Then we do a Saturday service. So then on Sunday, I just get here, do prayer partners, and then do the services.
Yeah.
But now we get here and we do run through. And then we do the Spanish service. Then we do prayer partners. Then we do the other two services.
So it's everything one day.
My life is just so difficult.
We get tough.
Anyways, I am glad you're here. Welcome to what we like to call SNL, Saturday. I mean, it's not Saturday, but we like to call it Saturday. Saturday.
Get
They make
your
fun
all.
of me. Let me ask you, how do you guys say the days of the week? How do you say the days of the week, Will?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Okay,
Friday,
that's good.
Saturday.
How do you say them, Nick?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Carson.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
How do I say them?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Do I say it like that all the time?
Always.
Do I? So when I'm telling people that Friday is
Oh, there it is, right there.
Good Friday,
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
what's it supposed to be?
Good Friday.
Friday.
So it's spelled D-A-Y. You say it D-E-Y.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Friday. That's I wonder if Alicia, are you in the chat room? Alicia's my
It'd probably help if I showed you the chat, wouldn't it?
yeah, because your mother, does she say it that way? Does Steph say it that way? Sometimes. Probably because she's lived with me for 35 years.
Not often, though.
Yeah, so she's probably just received it from me.
Yeah.
What about Alicia? Am I the only one? Does my mom say it that way? Have you ever heard mom say it?
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so it's her fault, Linda Lee.
Linda Lee.
It's not my fault. It's Linda Lee.
The Lee's fault.
Who? Alicia's there. Yes. Does
Pastor
that mean
Matt.
yes, you say it that way?
Kevin Vega said that. Pastor Matt says Friday.
He says it like me? Okay. So maybe it's a Southern thing.
He's trying to copy you.
Stephanie's a teacher, so she's got to say it right. Amy Jacobs, I flip flop between the two. Most of the time I pronounce day when I'm late. What do you mean when you're lazy? I don't think I appreciate that.
I'm feeling stupid. I say,
Come on, Amy. You're from the South. You need to partner with us. Not when you're lazy. I feel like it's when you're trying to be uppity that you say it the other way.
Stephanie Gramling is correcting that she never has said it
Why
that
can't
way.
you highlight the chat?
That's a great question.
You gotta go to Chrome.
Because I'm not in Chrome.
Oh, that's a good reason. But I think you're feeling uppity when you say Friday, Monday,
Uppity.
Tuesday.
Like, what do you mean uppity?
Like high class.
Yeah, bougie.
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 I don't know
a
what
new
that.
one.
I don't know what that means, but I heard Carson say it earlier.
Carson uses it all the time.
Does he?
My favorite word.
He's anti-bougie. All right, uppity when you say Friday. Why'd you repeat me?
Because I got to bring up the chat.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys, we got a big show for you tonight. Come on. What is before we get started, this is the week of Easter. And so, is there anything special happening this week
Nothing. Not a single thing.
in the youth
Our youth
ministry?
Easter Wednesday night service.
Ah, look, there's Giselle in the background.
Yeah, we got our youth Wednesday night service. Super excited. We have tripled.
Yeah.
So, what is the topic?
I'm going to be talking about Pilate, my good friend and mentor. He was neither one of those things. But that is what I'm going to be talking about.
All right.
Good old Pilate.
Little Pontius.
That's what they used to call him on the playground.
So, Susan says Washington. Her mom says Washington.
Washington.
Washington. Huh. Warsh. I've heard people. Is she from down here? She's from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. That's a northern thing. That's kind of like tournament. How many of you say tournament?
How do you say tournament?
Tournament. That's the right way. Not tournament. What are y'all laughing at?
I'm just, man, you really do have the best producers on the planet.
I've often thought I have the best producers on the planet.
You do.
I don't worry at all about the show. Like, I got the best producers on
You really do.
We are your Jamie.
the planet. All right, so you're talking about Pilate. It is Easter Holy Week. Anything going on in worship this week, Will?
Nope.
We have some features for Good Friday and for Easter as well.
That sounds exciting. So, let's begin. What are y'all doing over there?
I'm trying to bring the
get
chat.
the
I'm
chat
trying
highlight.
Can you? You're the worst at stalling on the planet. Just terrible.
Well, you know what? It's because the show's late in the day. I'm easily distracted when I get tired towards the end of the day.
I feel like it's most shows where like I just need a little bit of help.
Oh, you know what? I would say, Larry, you are exactly right.
That he gets made fun of.
Well, that's being uppity.
Aunt.
How do you say it?
Aunt.
You say it right. Carson says it wrong.
Aunt is the right way to say it?
I think so. I don't know. You say aunt?
I say
Will?
aunt. Yeah.
Aunt?
Yeah.
Say you're bougie. Carson, how do you say it?
My aunt.
I just thought I raised you better than that.
You know what's funny though? Actually, I would say like Aunt Mandy.
Yeah, it does depend on, I think.
On the person.
the person.
So if they're from the South, you say aunt.
Yeah.
And then if you don't
If I
know-
feel like they say aunt, I call them aunt.
So who do you call aunt?
No one.
How
Not a
about,
single
do you say
person.
uncle or uncle?
Uncle. I've never heard of uncle.
That's definitely something you just made up.
What makes you sound like that? Uncle or uncle?
Uncle? That's
never
not
heard that?
a thing.
Uncle Jim?
Uncle Jim.
Uncle.
You've never heard of that? Come on, in the
Never
chat,
once.
help me out. You've heard of uncle, right? Uncle Jim?
Uncle.
You know what they call, hey, you know what they call my dad?
Uncle.
Like all of
Oh,
my,
yes, I do.
I'll just say it. Okay, all my brothers,
They call him.
all my grandkids, stop it. All children, well, not children, everybody, adults and children. It was so funny to go to church and have adults call my dad this. You know what they called him?
Uncle Bob.
They called him Uncle.
Uncle.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say that's not what I.
No, they called him Monkey.
Monkey.
They called him Monkey. His nickname was Monk. And I don't know why, but when we were playing softball, one of the bat boys thought it was Monkey. So he started calling him Monkey. And I'm telling you, everybody, if you went to Paragould now and said, do you know James Gramling or Jimmy Gramling or Jim Gramling? They wouldn't know. But if you said, do you know Monkey Gramling? And people would say, how's Monkey doing? And so if somebody's just sitting at the table beside you, they're like, oh, you got a monkey? I'm like, yeah, my father. But that's what they called him.
Wow.
Mike Umpierre says, is it pronounced Pirates of the Caribbean? I assume what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Because he wrote the same word twice. Is Pirates of the Caribbean or Pirates of the Caribbean?
I would say Caribbean.
I would too.
Caribbean. Yeah.
But if I'm talking about, we're going to
the Caribbean.
the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not right. One way or the other.
How would you
Like
say
potato,
it?
potato.
Giselle, how would you say it? Both ways? Pirates of the Caribbean?
And we're going to the Caribbean? Well, that's wrong.
All right. Hey, let's. It's time. People have been waiting. I see it in the chat. They're at the edge of their seat because they want to know what we think about what's happening in culture. It is time for tea with Brother T. I want to, I'm thinking, I want that to be, instead of calling me pastor or whatever, let's just call me Uncle.
Uncle. We could do it.
Hi, Uncle Troy, up on the little thing.
Yeah. Your lower third?
This Easter, I think I want to introduce myself that way.
Uncle Troy.
No, Uncle. It's not Uncle.
Uncle.
Uncle Troy.
I said Uncle.
And when I go out in the lobby, they'll say, hey, Uncle. That'd be cool. I like it. What do you have for us?
All right. So, first off, the Masters is happening right now.
As we speak.
I was hoping that we would have a winner that we could announce. But as the audience can
Hold
see...
it, freeze that audience.
Okay. You caught me off guard with
Go
that.
back a little bit.
Oh, well, too far.
He missed it
Missed the
again.
putt. Missed the putt.
Stop.
Boom.
Those,
There's
we
a resemblance.
are a place of diversity here at
That we
Potential
are.
Church.
Amen.
But when I look at that picture, I see no diversity.
Really?
Not one shade
I
of
see
brown.
like old people and young people.
Yeah, but they're all, now I think they're all about the same age. They're all about the same color, and they're all wearing the same sunglasses. That's despicable.
Fires you up, doesn't it?
I mean, think about where do you go and have such an undiverse audience? Any questions? Are y'all?
I mean, there's not.
Y'all are just
there's
speechless.
some things
just-
I don't want to
hold
come
it.
across as racist.
Is this not the direction you wanted to go when you brought everything?
No, it's your show. It's not Sunday Night Live with Carson Gramling.
No, but that's an observation that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's.
Cracker Barrel feels kind of that way. When I go to Cracker Barrel,
How's Arkansas feel?
Huh? Well, we're not talking about Arkansas. Arkansas is quite a diverse place, to be honest with you. I mean,
Little Rock is
not
the
every
big city,
town,
right?
Little Rock is, yes.
You only thought all Latinos were Mexican.
No, I don't. What do you mean? I'm a Renaissance man.
Come on.
I will say this, though. I did grow up in a pretty... let me say this about Arkansas. So we're talking about, race, that's not political. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Come on.
There is did you know that the Ku Klux Klan headquarters,
Oh, the winner was just found out. Rory
talking about something very
McIlroy. I'm sorry, but he just won.
Come on!
Rory McIlroy, Masters champion.
Live on SNL.
wow. Well, he looks old.
He is an older guy.
What's that?
First time.
It's first time he's won. It's always cool to watch somebody win for the first time. Of course, the other guy's not won either, has he?
No.
Wow, that's 2 non-winners, and now there's only one. Wow.
Rory.
Beautiful place, though,
McIlroy.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. Anyways, did you know that the Ku Klux Klan headquarters is in Little Rock? I mean, not Little Rock, in Arkansas.
Wow. I did not.
It's in Harrison, and there's a small college there, and they could not recruit anybody of diversity.
This is not where I
wonder
thought we were
why.
going when I brought up the Masters.
No, I just find that interesting in 2025.
Yeah, man.
The Klan.
And racism.
And racism. Well, it's just not. I don't like to talk about political stuff.
That's good.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No,
Very
I
good.
get it.
What else do you have for us?
All right. So, keeping on the sports theme, there was another big sporting event that happened that I don't believe we talked about. We talked about the week before.
Yeah.
But March Madness.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. Did you watch the game?
University of
The
Florida.
Gators.
No, I did not.
Oh, did
No,
you?
I did not.
I did not.
I'm not. I
did
don't
not.
care for the Gators.
I watched it. We had a men's event here and watched it. It was late. I don't like the worst part about living on the East Coast is everything is very late.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that game started at 9:04 or 9:05, something like that. You know what I'm saying? That means it's not going to be over till around midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to watch them cut the net and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty late. But I will tell you this: Houston,
Gave it
Florida
away.
did not win that game.
Houston lost it.
Houston lost that game.
Well, that's what it says. It says they pulled off an improbable comeback.
Yes.
There were so many games like that in this
Yeah.
bracket.
Well, here's what Houston was ahead the majority of the game. I'm not saying Florida played bad. They didn't. You know what I mean? They stayed in the game. You know, anytime you keep a game close, you have an opportunity to win. So they kept it close. But did you see how it ended?
It says something here about how they blocked.
They called a timeout to set up. They had the ball. Did they win by
Houston.
2 or 3?
One, I think.
Oh, was it 1?
I think.
No, they want.
It's
what,
by-
March Madness?
Yeah. Was it 2? Yeah. So they called timeout. Houston had the ball, and they didn't get a playoff. The guy jumped up, and instead of shooting it, he kind of dropped it. So then he was scared to get it because he's afraid he'd walk. So he holds everybody away from the ball, and the clock just ran out.
Oh my God.
They never got a shot. It's bad to lose. It's horrific to lose because you didn't get a shot.
Yeah.
They didn't even get to throw it at the basket. You
Well,
know
I
what I
saw something about how a lot of people were saying that Houston gave it up at the end, but the Florida team was saying like their defense is what did that.
And I'm not saying that it didn't, but it's. Most of the time NCAA finals,
You should
you're
still be
thinking-
able to get up a shot.
Yeah. You're thinking that. I'm not in any way trying to. Florida stayed in the game and they came back. Florida made shots when they had to, and so it was a good game though. It really was a good game. I enjoyed watching it, and and we had some really good steak while we were watching it.
That we did.
We had a grill. And I'd like to
Tomahawk.
say before the game, I kicked some rear end in sandbag.
Cornhole.
Well, I like to call it sandbag.
Until someone else showed up.
Yes, I will have to admit, Carson defeated me. Any other cornhole people out there? Which I think is a horrible name. I don't know why it's called that, but I found out why you play every Saturday with the young adults.
Oh, here we go.
I heard that.
Here we
Is
go.
that not true?
No, it's literally not true.
That's what Nick told me.
I didn't say anything.
But anyways,
I play every
me
Wednesday.
And Brad, we did after you left. We whipped up on some people.
On some students.
Yeah, those young people, they don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't. That's the truth.
Yeah.
They need some better leadership over there.
Who's leading the young ministry? Oh,
Couldn't tell you.
Larry thinks he beat me. No.
I think he's talking about me because he did beat me after.
Oh, he did.
I would argue more that Matthew beat me, but whatever. It's all good.
Well, I think what I would say is Larry didn't beat me. I allowed him to win.
That's
There
true.
you go.
It's important
Yeah.
to give your son-in-law like an opportunity.
Yeah,
to
you know,
feel good
I don't
about
Make
want-
him
himself.
feel part.
Exactly. The tomahawk steak was very good,
Yeah, that
Diego.
tomahawk was
You rocked the
amazing.
house. You got anything else we can look at?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. I have a quiz for you to see your March Madness knowledge.
All right.
Oh, come on.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, do you know who won our March Madness tournament raffle? Not
That'd
raffle.
be Alicia.
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 And how did she choose her win? Alicia, you're in the chat. How did you choose your wins?
Chat GPT?
Is that how she did it?
I don't know.
If you would have picked the top 4 seeds, you would have got the final 4. I don't know who was seated highest amongst the 4.
I thought it was Duke. I think Duke was the number 1 overall.
Was it?
Yeah. Because that's who I had to win, which is a good freaking,
Yeah,
it was a good call.
That's who I had
but
too.
Duke, oh my gosh. Anyways.
All
All
right.
right.
Like you had money on that.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
You will not see it, so you got to listen. All right. I'm going to ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me get ready.
Okay. I was still telling you instructions.
I know, but I just got to get my mind ready.
Okay, gotcha. Meditate. envision to win?
NCAA tournament.
NCAA
Tournament.
tournament. I'm going to give you 4 options. You will
right.
tell me the corresponding letter of the correct answer.
All right.
Question number 1. Which team has won the most national titles in the history?
Hold it. I don't need it. UCLA.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
UCLA is correct with 11 national championships.
I didn't even need the multiple choice.
Wow.
Yeah. Question number 2. Which team has made the most Final Four appearances? A. North Carolina.
Hold it. I don't need it. See, I would think UCLA, but I'm going to go with North Carolina.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is correct.
Come on!
With 20 Final Four appearances. Is he seeing my screen or something?
No, I am not. I know
think
basketball.
Reflection in the. All right, this is gonna be more interesting than I thought. I didn't think you were gonna do this well.
Thank you.
Question number 3: Who holds the tournament record for most points scored in a single game?
A person or a team?
Person. Ooh. Do you want options?
No,
for this?
no.
I've never heard of this person actually.
Oh, you haven't.
Have you, Will?
No.
I've heard of some of the people. I've heard of 2 of the people on here.
All right, give me the names then if you haven't heard of them.
I kind of gave a little bit of a hint with that, but whatever. Okay. A would be David Robinson. B would be Bill Walton. C would be Hal Lear. And D would be Austin Carr.
Oh, wow. Because I was going to guess Pete Maravich. That would have been my guess.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. So, because he averaged a ton of points at LSU. Oh, goodness. Hal Lear.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is incorrect. Austin Carr scored 61 points versus Ohio, which is a ton for a college game.
I have no idea who Austin Carr is.
I've never heard of him either. Crazy. Must have not done
So
a lot
that's
after
a hard question because, I mean, like, anyways, keep going.
What is the lowest seed to ever make a Final Four appearance? A, 12th seed.
Hold on. I would guess it's either Villanova or North Carolina
No.
State.
It's like I give you the number seed.
Oh.
So A is 12th seed.
It doesn't have the team next to it? Just to see?
It does, correct.
So if I get that, can I count it? Because I'm not going to.
Hey, there's 4
Okay.
that were all the same.
4 teams.
That were all the same seed.
Okay, so tell me the numbers.
A would be 12, B would be 11, C would be 10, and D would be 9.
And this
so
is
12, 11, 10, or 9.
the winner. They won it or made it to the finals?
Made it to the Final Four.
Final Four appearance.
Oh, Final Four. I think
12, 11, 10, or 9.
I would say 12.
Correct answer was 11. You think you'd name one of the colleges that made it?
Well, I thought Villanova and I thought North Carolina State.
Neither one.
Really, who were they?
LSU in 86, George Mason in 06, VCU in 2011, and Loyola Chicago in 2018.
What was their seed?
11th.
11.
All right, I'm going to see.
Are you going to look that up?
Yeah.
Once again, if you're tuning in late, Rory McIlroy is the Masters champion. And we found out the Masters is indeed racist.
What year was that?
There were several.
86, 06, 011, or 11, 18.
What seed was, you guys look up Villanova. What seed was Villanova the year they won the NCAA tournament?
Are you asking me to look it up?
Yeah, because I does anybody know in the chat?
What was the question?
Oh, they were number 6. What was Villanova?
Oh, eighth seed.
Eighth seed.
In 85.
Upset Georgetown.
1985.
Yeah. North Carolina State
1985,
beat.
I arrived. Shout out J. Cole.
I don't remember who North Carolina State. Oh, they beat Houston by Slamma-Jamma.
Slamma-jamma.
That was. Can you imagine when Houston back in the day, like nobody? I didn't know how good Houston was this year, but back in the day, they had Clyde Drexler, they had Akeem Olajuwon, they had Michael Young,
And they lost?
they had Bernie Anders, and they called him the Phi Slamma-Jamma.
Interesting.
And they got beat by North Carolina State, which when they went into the the only reason they got in the tournament is because they won the ACC tournament. They went into the ACC tournament 13-15, won the ACC tournament, got to go to the tournament, and then won the whole tournament,
That's
beating
insane.
the Guy Lewis-led Phi Slamma-Jamma.
Wow.
Any other questions in our little?
Who is the highest paid NCAA men's basketball coach?
Oh,
A, Chris Beard, Texas Tech. B, John Calipari, Kentucky. C,
that's an old quiz because he's at Arkansas now.
Chris, I can never
Mike
say his name.
Zuski.
Coach K.
Mike Krzyzewski.
D, Mick Cronin, UCLA.
Wow.
Highest paid.
Wow. I would say UCLA.
That is incorrect. John Calipari from Kentucky.
Say that's not right. He doesn't even coach at Kentucky anymore. He coaches at Arkansas.
But when he coaches,
Yeah, I think that was the highest paid that year. In 2020.
Oh, did you tell me the year?
No.
Oh, see.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say the year, but it says he made $8.1 million in 2020.
Wow. He's at Arkansas now.
Well, he got them.
You think he's
a
still
good
getting
run.
8.1 million?
I would guess he's getting more. Let's see.
Probably more.
How much? Do you think he went for the money or he went because he hadn't won? All right. How much
For
is
the money.
John? Is it John?
John.
Yes.
Calipari getting paid at Arkansas. How many of you in the chat think it's more than the 8 million? How many of you think it's less than the 8 million? At University of Arkansas, this is his first year.
They found some boosters. They got him.
What was it?
8.1
How many of you think he's getting paid more? What do y'all think?
more.
More.
You don't get into the game.
Wrong.
Really?
Calipari is earning $8 million annually on a 5-year deal at Arkansas.
That's so much money.
So just 100,000.
But
Less.
it's a 5-year deal. So
Poor
it might
guy.
Be,
He
it might
took
be
a pay
like
cut.
$40
the
million.
love of the
That's almost as much as you guys get paid to produce this show.
Almost.
Almost.
Just about.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is right up your alley.
All right.
Beginning in 1967, UCLA went on to win how many consecutive national championships?
Oh.
You don't want any?
No, I think it's 10.
7.
Yeah. 10 wasn't even an ad.
Was it in a row?
Yeah.
Consecutive, I said.
You did say consecutive. See, I got overconfident.
You know what's funny, though? The next question was the one that you just talked about. In 85, Villanova became the lowest seed to ever win the national championship. What was their seeding? Found that out. 8. Yeah. And then last one. Okay, we'll end on this one.
I think UCLA won 10 under John Wooden.
Consecutive?
No, but he won
Overall.
10 national
Oh, gotcha.
championships. So that's what I was thinking.
Who is the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I basketball? All-time leading scorer. Give you options because I know this one's kind of a tough one.
Okay.
A would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. B would be Wilt Chamberlain. C, Jerry Lucas. Or D, Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, I would go with Pistol Pete.
That is correct.
Come on.
From 67 to 70, he scored 3,667 points. And that's before the three-point rule.
Yes. You know, he had droopy socks. That's what they called him.
I remember watching an old video. I mean, not at the time, like I saw it recently, but it's an old clip of like him and his coach. And he would do this drill where he'd throw the ball as hard as he can between his legs and catch it
Yeah.
behind him,
I've seen that
and then
clip
bring
as
it back
well.
around. And hard. It scared me watching it.
He used to
There's a lot
dribble.
that can go wrong there.
He used to, on his way to school, his dad would take him to school, and he'd roll down the window and dribble the ball outside as they
While
went to
he was
school.
driving?
While they're
Wow.
driving
That's
the car.
insane. That's insane.
And you know who kind of shut down his career?
Who?
Larry Bird.
Really?
Because he was playing for, it was at the end of Pete's career, and I guess him and Larry didn't get along. Larry was a rookie
He played for the Celtics at the end?
at the end. Yes, he did.
Interesting.
So, anyways, it's time.
Random fact, just before you do that, this is interesting. The slam dunk was banned in NCAA from
yeah.
67 to 76.
Do you know why?
Okay.
Do you know why?
No. I can read it. But
My understanding, it was because I think of Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem.
Was it or no?
it says,
Banned,
yes,
because,
100%. It wasn't a skillful shot, is what they believe.
He couldn't be stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. So he came up with the hook shot.
Skyhook, right?
Yeah. His name was Lou Alcindor, and then
I've got a clean little
he became a
skyhook.
Muslim. And he changed it to
Drop on some
Kareem.
students.
I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's still alive. He's the tallest man still alive.
So is Magic Johnson, which
No, that's
a miracle
That
in and
shows
of
you
itself.
that money opens up the door of opportunities when it comes to your health.
ain't that the truth.
You know, and
You
I'm
know, he
glad.
doesn't even test positive anymore.
No, I'm glad.
That's crazy.
And it tells you that experimental medicine can work.
Yeah.
It can also kill you, but
It could work.
it could work.
Well, especially if you're in a situation where you're going to die
Right.
Anyway.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might as well give it a go.
That's right.
Shot.
All right. I believe we got a game that we've never lost.
Never lost.
Never once. We are
And the last few, hold it. Who has come up with the answer the last couple times?
You
that would
have.
be you.
Yep.
You have.
And I am not known for my language skills.
No.
but you're a communicator.
I know, but there's a difference. All right. Thank you, though, for the encouragement, Will.
No problem.
All right.
for
Are
you.
we ready?
So
we need
ready.
to. It needs to do something to do. We need to start off with a basketball word. Baller. B-A-L-L. No.
It'd be balls.
Well, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I mean, why is your mind there?
I didn't say my mind was anywhere. I'm just saying. How about in the chat? Game. There we go. Thank you, Larry Duncan.
Games? Games has to be an S.
Oh.
He was calling for games.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, hey. Got a G, got an A. A is the second letter, G somewhere else.
It might be a.
Range?
Would it?
No E.
Would it be an Easter term? Being Easter week?
No. Easter's banned.
Resurrection?
Huge word.
Hey, Easter. E-A-S-T-E-R.
No E or S.
And there's a G.
Hey, I got a question. Do you know that what is the number one vowel in words?
Yes.
Is it I?
E.
I can't believe you don't know the answer to this, Will. I've asked this question the last 3 shows.
It's I.
No, it's
Will,
not.
you don't
I.
know this?
Come on.
What is it?
Dude.
It is E. According to Sherlock.
Pagan.
According to
Pagan
Sherlock
could be it.
Holmes.
Pagan or
Pagan.
both of them.
I like pagan like the devil.
Oh,
Well, that didn't help at all. We know 2 places, so that means G. It's got to be a GH or GN. No, there's no N.
G.
So it's got to be a H, right? GH? Because
Change.
no, well, I guess a word can end with G. Gangan.
What?
Genghis. What's that dance that got real hot? What was that dance? You know what I'm talking about? What is it?
I don't know how to say the word because you normally just say it quick, but it's like Gundam style.
Yeah, Gangnam style.
There we go. That's it.
Sexy lady. Oh, there it is.
All right. So what do we got, chat?
Oh, laugh.
That's good.
L-A. Oh, come on now.
Jacobs. Amy Jacobs.
So who do you think got? Do you think Amy and Matt are sitting in the same room? Because they both wrote down laugh about the same time.
Yeah, no, I think Amy got it, and she was like, "Hey,
It's probably loud.
let's get you a raise real quick."
Do you think that's what happened?
I think that's what happened.
Oh my goodness. We need is there a different level that's more difficult?
I mean, I can make one. I can make our own Wordle.
Well, then you
can
know
be-
it.
8 letters long.
No, but I'm just saying they don't have a different level because we're just getting too good at this.
We could do the other game.
Do you have the other game?
The connections.
I can bring it up.
Ooh, this is a hard game. We're not as good at this. We haven't done as well at this. All right, are you guys ready? We have not done well, so if you're new to the show today, what are you laughing at?
Just the worst at stalling. Just like silence
The worst what?
at stalling.
Oh, well, I'm tired.
Look it up, Carson. You got it. You got it. You got it. Is it there?
No,
you ready?
I'm talking to the team.
No,
I'm not
100%.
talking. I'm talking to the
100%.
chat.
You know what? I'm being sensitive. That's
You
my
are being.
bad.
You get
That's my
when
bad.
you get tired, you get grumpy. You get overly sensitive.
I do. I'm going to start crying.
You know
soon.
what? There's a safe place right over there. We'll put you in it.
The cry room.
Yes, the cry room. I like that.
Last name there.
All right. So this is it. Now tell us the rules in case we got folks who don't know the
You got to
rules.
find 4 groupings of 4 words that have some type of common theme.
Mickey, you're there.
Can you highlight? Can you make that a little bigger on the screen there?
I don't know what exactly you're. Oh,
I'm just saying so they can see the words a little better.
Roman.
Then you
Gothic.
cover 'em.
where am I at?
So if we were going to say goose, let's start with goose. I like that word. Goose.
Geese.
What goes with goose?
Goose.
Coat?
What?
I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, there's no gold.
I know, but I'm just thinking out loud. A Roman goose?
What?
No, I'm just thinking. I'm sorry.
Goose have necks.
I read this as latte for
They
some
have
reason.
beaks.
Wow, this is a hard game. Do y'all have any help?
Okay, Roman,
Late,
elder.
absent,
Elder,
excuse.
Gothic.
Wait, hold on. You were on to something.
Late. Natasha says late,
Absent.
absent, excuse,
That's good.
And
Present.
and present.
present.
Great job.
Way to go.
Oh.
Nope.
Nope.
Come
Oh,
on.
hey. All right.
Swipe, pocket.
Pinch,
Oh, those are words.
pinch, nick,
Swipe,
Swipe.
steal, caper. Is that what you said?
You said steal?
There's no steal.
caper,
Well,
Pocket.
pocket. That's definitely it.
Yeah.
Come on.
wow. So now we want.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
You got one. Nick, you need one. Come on, get in here.
Typewriter.
Sans, Gothic. Those are fonts.
Yeah.
Roman.
Sans, Gothic, Romans,
There you go. Roman.
and typewriter.
Come on, we're good at all of it.
So elder, goose, caper.
Okay, what do you think this is?
Elder, goose, caper, Logan. A Logan, caper, goose, elder. Huh. What do y'all say? Oh, that's Ross, why do you put that? Because Ross put that. A goose, elder, Logan. What a caper. Is that like you eat?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's
Or is it like, hey, we did a caper?
berries.
Berries, elderberries, gooseberries,
Amy said berries.
caperberries,
All right.
loganberries.
All right, let's see.
Loganberries, what the heck is that?
Berries.
Berries.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Way to go, Amy.
Loganberry.
Amy got 2.
Yeah.
That is quite-
Elderberry, keep you right.
that is good. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. 4. So
I'm telling you.
I'm just quitting. We've only got it right one time. And that's when you were in Orlando.
Now, we've gotten it right when I've been here.
Ah, sure.
Few and far between.
So
All right, you got to run up. You got to take a run up.
so it's my fault.
No. We're doing
It
a redo.
always is.
All right, guys. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in.
There you go.
And now I present to you
Soul Session.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something a little bit different since it's been a busy day. We're going to answer 2 difficult, interesting questions from the chat.
Okay.
And so until we get those questions, we're going to sit here and look at the camera.
We've got about a 40 to 50 minute delay.
Because
So
you know what? This is quality. This is quality
quality entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I need 2 questions to answer on Soul Session.
Yeah.
All right.
That we do. 2. How many questions do you need?
Yeah.
2 questions.
And what types of questions?
about anything.
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 You've got quite a plethora of knowledge when
And
it comes
everything.
to NCAA.
Yes, I have a plethora of knowledge in many areas. Oh,
Put in there.
Would it make you sad if no one sent
what
a
are you
question?
laughing at?
People are thinking.
Huh?
They are thinking.
For you.
They're
I don't see
buffering.
it on there.
No, but she has it right here.
Well, she's got to put it in the chat so
No,
everybody
she
can see
can't
it.
Because of the type of question.
Oh.
Spell plethora?
Can I spell plethora? Well, there's nothing wrong with that question.
Spell it.
All right, go.
P L E T H R A. How do you spell it?
Plethora.
Pleth.
Well, now don't
Aura.
sound. Just tell me how to spell it.
Plethora.
O-R-A.
That was close.
Yeah.
I was in a spelling bee once.
Hey, if you're right,
What?
you can spell about as good as I can. Hey, here's the deal. What do you mean no?
No.
Hey, you know what I've learned? That's why I write in cursive, because nobody knows if you spelled it right or not.
What a great question.
Who is your favorite child and why is it Carson?
Great question.
Thank you, Mike. You. All right. Thank you, Mike. You. I have no favorite children.
Good answer.
Yes. I don't like any of my children.
I hate them all equally.
I love my grandchildren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my question.
Well, you got a few.
Yeah.
Pastor Tyler,
Oh, what was Tyler's question?
what makes for an interesting question? That's his question.
That's not one.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's not one.
What about this one?
What's been what's
What's been the most enjoyable part during the struggle of moving
Oh.
to Florida back then? He didn't really word that correctly, but we'll give him a pass.
What's been
He's young.
We moved in 2020.
2000.
We moved in 2000. Right? It starts with a 20, but then I lost.
You lost it.
I didn't know where to go from there. Like
It rolled right off a cliff.
20-0. You know what I mean? Like, so anyways, we loved moving, because everybody said, oh, it must be hard. The most challenging part was the church. Not because we wanted to be where there was people and movement and action, even traffic, just where there's stuff going on. But, we went from being the church we had started and we knew a lot of people and, I was speaking every weekend and all of that. When we came here, I wasn't doing any of those things. And so it was easy to feel, you know, not like I'm not offering value, you know, not doing the things that I had done in the past that added value to ministry. So I think that was I actually I remember I have rarely in my life like been had like a women come up to me and like, ooh, you know what I mean?
No, explain.
Well, you know, like what do you call it? Flirt?
Riz.
Anyways, so but at that time, after we had just moved here, and you know, I was trying to start a young adult ministry. There weren't very many young adults, so it was hard. We were living in a mobile home. It just, you know, a lot of things that make you feel like you're not of value. And so, but I would still go to the gym every day, but I didn't know anybody, so I went by myself. And I had these two different girls at two different times kind of like come up to me and kind of like flirt with me. And I remember I told Steph, I'm like, hey, you need to tell me I'm a great person. I said, because, you know, and it's funny how the enemy works like that. You know what I'm saying? Like at a time when I would be more
Susceptible.
Yes. To temptation, you know what I mean? In the sense that I didn't feel very valued. And so the enemy wanted to make sure somebody stepped into my life to tell me how valuable I was. And if I didn't, you know, having a good relationship with Stephanie, telling her about it, you know, that adds ultimate accountability. Because, you know, when you're not feeling good about yourself, it's good. You like to feel good about yourself. And what's the harm in flirting? But the reality is that's where that's where things start. It's not where they end.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous, you know, and the enemy's good at knowing where we are emotionally and presenting the temptation to match it. So that's a long answer, but I think everybody has to be careful when they go to somewhere new, whether they're going off to college or they're moving to a new community or they're starting a new job, that there's always a lot of emotional stuff that you're going to go through. And if you're not aware of that, you could open yourself up into, you know, temptation. Because that, you know, especially because guys and girls are different in maybe what they're tempted. I mean, we all know they're different, but in what they're tempted by, and feeling devalued is one of those things, you know, in anybody's life, but especially, you know, feeling like. And remember, we got here because what we were doing in New York, what we were doing in Little Rock had failed, in the sense that the Southern Baptists decided they didn't want to partner with us out of the blue after they invited us to move. And we had been through all of that. So anyways, that's the answer.
I love how Larry's question was, what was the enjoyable things about the struggle? And he gave a story about getting hit on.
I think I read it wrong. I think I read it wrong. I read it wrong to you.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I saw a struggle there. I don't know.
Yes.
But
It had struggle. It was like the most enjoyable part about the struggle, something like that.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so never mind. It's all you. It's your
Now
fault.
I need one more question.
How about this one? Since you talked about ministry a little bit in that one.
Who from history outside of Jesus would you like to have lunch or dinner with? Abraham Lincoln. The best book I've ever read was called, what was it called?
Lincoln.
It was about Lincoln, but it was about how he put in his cabinet the people that he disagreed with. Like he put the people he ran against in his cabinet so that he could have different
Point of view.
I think it was called like a cabinet of enemies or a team of rivals was the name of the book. I mean, it's a big, long book. I love that book. And that was interesting. You know, it's one thing to say that. It's another thing, you know, with politics like we see him today. I mean, can you see, you know, Joe Biden putting Trump in his cabinet or the other way around, you know? And yet he did that. And on the night when they killed, they were all worried about Lincoln. You know, Seward and all these folks who held all these other offices. Because, you know, I don't know if you know, but on the night when Lincoln was killed, they attacked several other cabinet members.
Oh, wow.
And
No,
I think it was Seward who got a bullet to the brain, and
Wow.
so there was a lot of chaos when all that happened and went down. The other one, I read the big giant biography of Elon Musk, and he's lived a crazy life. All these kids, all that, but to think that in one life, and how old is he? He's a young guy, and it kind of walked through. He's got a crazy dad that he doesn't get along with. His mom became like a supermodel at like 65 or 70. I can't remember. She lives, I think, in Canada. His brother, but he started solar company. He's, got things in the brain. He's digging tunnels under the ground. He's going to Mars, and he was the first one to be successful with truly successful with electric cars. And it's like, man, I would love to sit down and just,
Pick his brain.
yeah, just, how does one person, and he's been at the edge of bankruptcy, he's lost people in his company that were important to it. So, I don't, know that he's, somebody from a Christian perspective that I would I'd be love to share Jesus with him, but just on the Christian side, Jerry Falwell's an old preacher who started Liberty University. And Liberty University is a giant school today, and he started a TV program, and all were new things at the time. And he did all those things in one lifetime. So I'd love to talk to anybody that has done more than just build something that as soon as he died was done.
Yeah.
You go back and let's say 1980, and you look at the 10 largest churches in the country in 1980. Probably none of those churches are one of the largest churches today, or 10 impactful companies or whatever. But to think about people who build things that outlive them and last longer than them and have an impact far beyond that, I think is a pretty cool thing. So I'd love to hear, was it a vision to do that? Was it an accident? Was it just a God thing? Yeah. How did those things happen? That's my answer.
That's a good answer.
Who would you like to have lunch with?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
There was I mean, not as relevant any longer, but Travis Pastrana was like in the season where I was into dirt bikes and all that. Like the way he would just like throw his body into situations that were so dangerous, life threatening, like almost like an Evel Knievel style. Like it'd just be interesting to talk to someone like that, like how, like, cause they've got to be wired different to do something like that. Like there's no way their brain works the same way ours does.
Just like Diego, he's in the chat. He skydived 200 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else I was watching?
And
a
he
thing
mountain
on?
bikes.
Yeah.
He does all the stuff.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, does his own stunts.
Does it? I mean, they were showing where, I don't know in which movie, if it's even come out yet, where he's on the motorcycle and he jumps off the ramp and he parachutes down. I mean, he really did that.
Yeah.
He did it
it's
5
crazy.
times in one day.
And he's an older guy.
He's like 63.
There was one stunt in
That
one
is
of the recent
crazy.
Mission Impossibles where he was jumping from one roof to the next.
Yeah.
He broke his ankle, and he ended up like being able to get on the roof
62.
and like kept on running. And they actually used that scene in the movie just from how good it was.
You know who else does that is Jackie.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does his own. Because at the end of his movies, they always show,
Like the bloopers of it.
Yeah.
His speech when he won the Oscar was the best in the world. Like he talked about how his dad told him, like, you know, you don't win Oscars for the movies, like those movies that you do. It was just a really good speech.
Which movie did he win an Oscar for?
I don't know, but I know
I
he
didn't
won an
know
Oscar.
he won one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's about that time. You know what it's time for?
I don't. I'm ready to find out.
That's his lead up for every segment. It's about that time.
I have no idea what it's time for.
It's that time to say, so long, see you later, hasta la vista,
Bon voyage.
bon voyage. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, it's about this book really looks bad. We need a new book.
Having an SNL Easter edition.
Oh, yeah, we got to let them know.
Oh, that's right. Hey, next Sunday, I know it's going to really hurt you to miss this entertainment, but next Sunday, we will not be doing the live stream because it's Easter and we want you to be able to spend time with your beloved. Now, you'll probably see, what do you call it, a premiere, but that's just going to be like an Easter, we love you.
Yeah.
A little funny that we're going to do. Ooh. A little funny. But we will not be having an Easter program, but we'll be back the following Sunday. Hey, don't forget, the book is a year almost. In June, it'll be a year. So if you haven't picked up your copy, and you know what? I was looking the other day. There's like 117 reviews.
Wow.
Remember how difficult we were trying to get to 100?
Yeah.
You know, and Ross was kind of a lid on that.
Yep.
But
That
we
he was. He's still a lid. Let me tell you, I can confirm that.
But we've broken through that. And I think we got like 117. Working on the next book. We do a podcast every Thursday, talk to interesting folks about interesting things because our heart is to reach your potential. We've done how many shows in a row? They haven't all been good, but we've done a lot in a row. And it's because we just want to hang out. We want to build a sense of community. Life sometimes can be really challenging and really difficult. And every once in a while, it's just good to realize that everybody struggles at times.
SNL has aged like milk. We've gotten worse.
I'm trying to give
I'm sorry.
a serious ending.
We're going to make a comeback in 2026.
Anyways, thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next time here on your favorite live stream.
Come on.
SNL. Good evening.
Troy out.